A judge will now consider whether critical DNA evidence will be thrown out in the murder case of 4 University of Idaho students.
The defense says the way the state tested the DNA at the crime scene was unconstitutional. They're also fighting to dismiss search warrants that tracked Kohberger's cell phone data. Jordan Smith breaks down this 2-day hearing and why this is a major decision for this judge, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a massive amount of evidence that hangs in the balance here, particularly for the state. Of the thousands and thousands of pieces of evidence in this case, arguably none are more crucial than the way police tested that DNA and tracked down the whereabouts of Brian Kohberger the night of the murders.
In court today, defense attorneys for Brian Kohberger challenged the way police acquired his cell phone data the night of the murders and the weeks leading up to it, saying several search warrants police used to access this data were too broad, unspecific, and they should be tossed from the case.
A search warrant must be particular enough so that as to what is taken, nothing is left to the discretion of the officer executing the warrant. The government cannot seize the haystack to look for a needle.
The state pushing back.
Each one of them listed that they were specific to the type of crime, the location, and all but one of them had temporal limitations.
The defense presented this hopeful to receive a Franks hearing, a proceeding where the judge will decide if search warrants are dismissed from a case. If that happens, everything discovered through those warrants would not be admissible in this case. Today's arguments came after a lengthy hearing on Thursday discussing DNA. In the days after these 4 U of I students were murdered, police tested a piece of DNA left on the button snap of a knife sheath left behind at the scene. According to the defense, the FBI submitted that DNA to a public genealogy database without a search warrant, which they say violates Kohberger's constitutional right to privacy.
The court should suppress the IgG identification and everything that flows from that.
The state refuted that, saying there's no case law to suggest there should be reasonable expectations for privacy when DNA is found at a crime scene. But if the defense is successful here, this would deal a major blow to the prosecution less than 8 months away from when this trial is slated to begin. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as Judge Hippler makes a decision. For now, reporting in studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now. Send it back.